Hey guys, welcome back. It's Amanda with ALN Beauty Bar. Just felt like playing with some makeup and chit-chatting. So if you want to see me go from this to this, stay tuned.
You ready? You got me running.
So I'm just going to be working through some of the stuff I have in my current makeup basket and a few things I've picked up recently from my local Walmart. Just some things that aren't necessarily new to the market, but they're new to me. I just haven't picked them up. So thought I'd go ahead and see what we get. So as usual, skincare is currently on. So we will go ahead and get primer on. So, L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock. I really am enjoying this. It's kind of pore filling, but not really. And it's glowy, but not like greasy glowy. So it's a good balance of what you want. Just taking a little smidge there. Do you guys have a favorite primer that you like to use? If so, leave it in the comments below. And if I haven't tried it, I might pick it up. We'll see, you know, if I like it or what my thoughts are. Always up for a new primer. Alright, so we'll let that sink in while that does its magic. Here it is. I'm going to go in with some Urban Decay Primer Potion. Just working through this little sample. I think I've said it before, this isn't my holy grail status eye primer, but it works. It's good. I honestly think my favorite one is Milani's. And I have gone through 3 or 4 of those and just keep repurchasing it, because if you like it, just keep buying it, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. But I'd really like to try a few others. So again, if you have a suggestion for an eye primer, leave it in the comments below. Right, let that kind of set up, and I'll go in with my Makeup Forever Aqua XL in brown. We're gonna tight line that upper waterline. Just run it along. Just helps make that lash line look thicker. This is probably, with the exception of the Urban Decay Waterline Pencil, this is probably the best staying power-wise eyeliner I've used in my waterline. So I'd recommend that 100%. Again, that's the Makeup Forever Aqua XL. Okay. I think we're good to go there. I'm just gonna take some of the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder that is in my project pan and just sweep it over my eyelids real quick. I like to just make sure that it's set down, because my eyelids can get a little unruly sometimes, a little oily, so I like to keep that in check. You can either use a setting powder or a matte shadow, whichever. One or the other, but you don't have to. So just kind of whatever your situation is. If you need to, you need to. If you don't, you don't. So, okay, I'm gonna be playing with 2 palettes today. My e.l.f. Mad for Matte and the Juvia's Place. Which one is this? This is the Magic Mini, yeah. Juvia's Place Magic Mini. Can never remember the name of this one, but super fun. We'll use this for a pop of color. Okay. I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush and go into this skin tone shade right here. And then just buff that in. My eyes are semi-hooded, so I just create that crease, essentially, is what I'm doing. Just going straight in with my eye open. Just laying that down, creating some dimension. Back and forth windshield wiper motions, circles, you know, just getting it blended. I'm gonna go back into that same shade for my left eye. What, in the comments below, guys, tell me what your favorite go-to palette is. Like what you might consider like a standalone palette, but yet it doubles as like a companion palette. Like this can stand on its own, give me a total eye look, or I use it today, like doubling it with the Magic palette, you know, like tell me if you have a ride or die standalone palette. Like so I have the Mad for Matte, but I remember when Urban Decay had the Naked Basics, like the original one that had some of the more warmer tones in it. Now they just have the Naked Basics too, I think, but the original one was like my companion palette to everything until that was all used up. Now I use this Mad for Matte, but okay, so I like where that's at. Good crease or transition. Now we'll make it a little deeper, I guess. So on another fluffy crease brush, I don't know if you can really see that, but I'm gonna go into this shade here and just kind of slightly below where I initially went in, deepen that up. Just really buff it out. Okay. I'm gonna take the same thing on this other eye. Also, so while we're here, let's talk about brushes. So I have kind of a range of brushes. I have everything from e.l.f. to Morphe to Sigma, Sonia Kashuk from Target, a very old school Target brand brush, like the Up and Up brand when they sold brushes, Real Techniques. Find what works for you. Don't feel obligated to spend money on brushes because someone else says that they work great for them. Like, that's great, but the e.l.f. brushes I think work fine, you know? And if they break, they break. They're like $3 to $6 to replace, so, you know, don't feel bad about it. The thing about brushes is taking care of them, washing them. So doing that on a regular basis will help your brushes last longer, even if you are spending $3 on that e.l.f. brush. that $3 is going to go a lot further if you're taking care of that brush. So there's that to keep in mind. Also, don't feel like you have to go high-end makeup just because it's the cool thing to do. You find something you like at the drugstore, stay with it. Like, obviously, one of my favorite palettes is from e.l.f. I have high-end eyeshadows as well, you know? It's just about finding what you like, what works for you, and being happy. Makeup is all about having fun and experimenting. So at the end of the day, be happy with the outcome. If nobody else likes it, who cares? I think I'm gonna go in with this shade called Vi. It's this really pretty, like, it's like a deep teal color. I don't know, just really pretty. It's almost like silver though. I don't know. Super cool. Let's see what we get with it. And this is one of their shimmers, so I am gonna go ahead and use my finger for this. So these Juvia's Place shadows are to die for. And the great thing about that is, like, it's super high-end quality, but affordable, I think. So, sorry, I'm like super focused on getting this placed here. And I just realized, like, I'm probably flipping the camera off. That's great. We're all friends here. Just super pretty. I'm gonna go back in with my crease brush quick and just mesh that all together. Not bad. Alright. Okay. Another drugstore brand that I have come to love is Profusion. They have really great eyeshadow palettes. High quality, affordable price. I saw Emily Noel talk about this foundation like earlier this week, I think, I don't know, a week ago or so. But so when I went to Walmart, I had to try it. Now, I don't know if they have more shades online, but the selection color-wise was very limited, I felt. So we're just gonna have to see what we get. But I got it in the shade Fair 3, which is cool pink. I don't really have pink undertones. I'm more of a neutral undertone, but we'll go with it and we'll see what we get. But squeeze some out on the back of my hand. You can see that. Ooh. Just gonna take my Equal Tools beauty blender and just go in and start dotting it on. It smells like soap. Weird, but it smells like soap. It's not a bad match. It's fairly high coverage for what little I grabbed and put on. Again, if you haven't watched a video of mine before, I don't go under my eyes with foundation. I reserve that for a color corrector and concealer only. The skin under your eyes is very thin. The more product you put under there or on there, the more apt you are to creasing and just looking heavy and tired. So when you're already exhausted, you don't want to help that situation any. So the less product you can use there, the better. This EcoTools sponge, jury's still out on it. I like the flat edge on it, but it's just super, I don't know, firm. And then like, it's like you're hitting a ball off your face. Compared to, I have my e.l.f. beauty sponge, so I don't know, it's all about preference, I guess. That, and after like 4 uses, I don't know if you can see it, but will it focus? No, it's not gonna focus for you. I don't know, but like it's like coming apart, so. And I wash it every day. Alright, so just looking overall, not a bad shade match. Coverage is great. That's some full coverage for $6, $7. We'll take coverage wherever we can get it, right? Okay, we'll let that finish setting up and we'll do some under eyes quick. Maybe if I can get it out of its thing here. Oldie but a goodie, Benefit Erase Paste. And I just put a smidge on the innermost part of my eyes here. And this is another super recent find off the e.l.f. website. This beauty sponge, like, it's an oval sponge, but just great for getting in there, but blend that corrector out. Like this foundation like feels like I don't even need to set it, which is weird for me because normally foundations, I don't need set. They like feel tacky. This one doesn't at all. Like it just feels like, it feels like just my skin, but I know I have more coverage on. I see that I have more higher coverage on. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this foundation wears. This is my Maybelline Superstay concealer. Really enjoying this one, by the way. Shade 10 in that. Didn't know how I'd feel about it at first. You know, I was thinking like, we all have different brands that we like for certain products, right? Like Maybelline I love for mascara, not necessarily face products. Revlon, I love their Color Stay foundation and their lipstick, but not their eyeshadow or their mascara. L'Oreal, love their lipstick and their foundation, but not really. A couple of their mascaras, I guess, but not much else, you know, like. And is it just like you had a bad experience with one particular shade, or is it like repeats of multiple products? Like, and how often are you willing to go back and give them a try? So it's kind of something that I've thought about, like, should I go back and give more Maybelline face products a try? Other, you know, or same with Revlon, like give their eyeshadows a try again. Like, I don't know. It's something I've been contemplating. I don't know. This foundation, guys, for $7? Shoot. That's pretty dang good. We'll get some brows on real quick. Oh, I am gonna set my under eyes though. As always, my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This stuff, guys, like, what do you use to set your under eyes with? What's your holy grail? And what would you do if that was ever taken away from you? Because I would cry if I could never get this again. Like, if it was being discontinued tomorrow, I would buy it, like, all that I could afford. And then I would probably never, like, wear the smallest amount because I would never want to run out. Like, that's how much I love it. Alright. I think I'm just gonna wait until some finishing powder for the foundation, so. Okay, brows. We'll do brows now. This is my Precisely My Brow from Benefit. It's one thing I feel Benefit does really well is brow products. Can't speak. And I just feel like they've got it down when it comes to like the gel, the pomade, the powders, you know, they just, and the shades are just, they're perfect. They're not, they don't look fake, if that makes sense. So like some brands, like if you get like a brown or a taupey brown, like they just are like, looks like you colored on with a crayon or something. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about, but the only part I don't like about it is the price, because you do go through brow products relatively fast. I guess my drugstore pick would be the e.l.f. $3 brow pencil for just like a quick fill-in. But you gotta be careful, because sometimes, like, if you go too heavy, again, it looks like you colored on with a pencil or like a crayon, you know, but I don't know. But maybe different brands have different undertones that work for different people, and I'm just one that happens to fall into the hands of Benefit. Who knows? I am gonna follow that up with some Gimme Brow. This stuff gives a little extra dimension and some nice hold. But Benefit's clear setting brow gel. You use that, your brows aren't going anywhere. Some water. Alright. So one newbie that I picked up was I finally splurged on the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in Tantastic. This just happened to be on sale on Sephora's website. One night in my weakness, you know, laying in bed, I saw it and I was like, oh, well, I have to get it now. So I picked it up and it's replaced my love for Benefits Hoola. I don't know why I waited so long. Probably because it was so expensive, but ooh, child, I love this. It's like, and especially this shade, it's like you're kind of contoured, but you're not really. You've been out in the sun, which I can't be out in the sun because I burn in 2 minutes. So I don't know. It's just great. I love it. Also, guilty pleasure would be for me to purchase the Tom Ford bronzer brush, but in the meantime I'm gonna just keep using this e.l.f. complexion brush because it works great as a bronzer brush. But someday I'll own you Tom Ford brush. Someday. Probably not until I'm like 80, but someday. Yes, I browns underneath my chin. In my nose. Okay. I think that's good. That's good for bronzer. Okay. I'm gonna go in with some Maxi Blush from Rimmel. This is Third Base is the shade name. Like, why does makeup have to have such a sexual name to it sometimes? Like, I don't know. Things I think of when I sit here and do makeup, I don't know. It's random, I guess. I'm back and both cheeks are done now, guys, because my memory card was full. True story. Okay, so this Maxi Blush from Rimmel, I'm actually enjoying it. I think they're like $4 or $5 at Walmart, Target. I've had this one for a while, but I don't know, it's just nice and natural. I don't know, I like it. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to these eyes, shall we? Okay. I'm gonna go back in with the Vi shade and just touch that part up. Okay. I think I'm not gonna wear any liner on my top lash line. Trying to find, okay, this should work. My husband's out watching something on TV. He's being a little dramatic. I'm gonna go in with this like silvery blue shade next to it. I think. We'll see how this turns out. I could be wrong. And I'm just gonna drag this along my bottom lash line. Okay, we're gonna start with that anyway. I'm gonna go in with something else here in just a second. I'm gonna be able to wear makeup on my lower lash line again because it's fall and that means cooler temperatures and we're closer to a freeze, so my allergies will stop acting up and like my eyes won't water as much, so I can get back to good eye makeup again. But like, you can have fun with your eye makeup because that's the thing people see most these days, you know, because you got your mask on, so nobody can really see that like you're wearing a sweet berry lip or, you know, so like have fun with your eye makeup is what I'm saying. Why not? You live once. Okay. I'm gonna go in with this navy shade. And then just really close to the lash line on this. There we go. Such a detailed process. Okay. Oh, one last thing I want to do. I'm gonna go in with this light color up here. It looks kind of yellow on camera, but it's really just like a bone shade. And just hit right there. Just to kind of finish that off. All right. This is my Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. It's on its last leg, which I'm not complaining about. I want it out of the rotation. I have several others that I want to test and use. I've gotten some in a couple of hauls recently, and then I've had some that I've picked up at the drugstore as well, so I don't know. This just didn't live up to my expectations, and for the price, sorry. My eyes were not killing. That's all I got to say about that. We'll throw on some, whoops, lid fell off my lip pencil here. I did sharpen it this time, guys. If you watched my last Get Ready With Me, you know that I needed to sharpen this, but this is ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Oh Snap. Just a great Your Lips But Better everyday lip pencil. gonna line and kind of fill in a little. Okay. And then I'll put on some L'Oreal varnished rosewood. This one is in that clear packaging. They're like really sheer, glossy lipsticks. Again, this is like a Your Lips But Better color for me. You know, so. Okay, let me do something with this hair and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is what I came up with, just playing around with some new foundation. Again, that is from Profusion in the Feel Good Skin Longwear Skin Perfector. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, medium to full coverage, natural satin finish as I drop it. I would say I got full coverage out of it upon just one little like squeeze of the bottle that came out. I don't feel the need to powder it, but we'll see how it wears as I go about the day. And then the other products I know I love, so we'll just watch that foundation and we'll report back to you guys, but have a good day.